Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Jared. I am at my lunch break right now in my home, and I thought, why not just do a quick vlog since I am in the middle of working and trying to get things done and taken care of. But I just pulled my food out of the microwave. It took a minute just because I have frozen veggies, but I'm going to talk about basically what I eat for lunch. And so here we go. I'm going to just dive right into it. But I eat a lot of food, okay? So this isn't just like, it's a lot of food. I've always had a big appetite growing up. And what you'll see here is a lot of veggies. I like eating my greens. I like my broccoli. I like my spinach. I love kale. I have my carbs, even though veggies are part of your carb group, but there's a lot of things canceled out. We can talk about that later, but I do have my sweet potato here. It's about 5 ounces of sweet potato, and then I have about 8 ounces of chicken breast right here. It's a lot of food, I know, but right now what I'm doing as far as my personal goals go, I'm going for a slower growth process as far as like maintaining muscle or gaining muscle, but I want to do it lean. So what I'm trying to do here is consume food, keep up with my regular diet. The thing is, when it comes to eating food, my trick that I've always learned since I was really young and I got started doing this has been consistency. I've always had a big appetite. I've always ate a lot. I just had to eat a lot of the right things. So having said that, I'm gonna eat my food and then I'm gonna talk a little bit about my history and where I've come from as far as my health and wellness journey. And so, bon appetit. Okay, so I just started to eat my food and then it dawned on me that because people want proof that I'm actually eating it, I literally am eating it. I had 2 pieces of my chicken. But one of the things I like to do, and I know it just sounds like, I don't know, probably gonna have a lot of haters, or I don't even know if they're haters or whatever. Criticism, let's just call it criticism, but I have sauce. I do hot sauce. I like it because it literally is 0 calories. I've done one of those physique competitions and this was like the only thing I could do for flavor. As far as like salts go, people freak out over salts all the time. But let me tell you something. If you have a lot of sodium in your diet, best thing to do is, first of all, consult your physician and make sure that you're on a healthy sodium consumption. However, as far as what I understand, when you keep your sodium intake consistent, you're okay. Consistency really is key. But I can actually eat big meals and still maintain a certain level of health and body composition that I actually want to. Same thing with salt. When I have a really salty meal, and I'll do a video on this as far as in the future, but when I have a really salty, high sodium meal, out of the norm, my body recognizes it. When I keep it consistent, my body has adapted and learned how to do that. So anyway, hot sauce, cheap generic brand, putting it on my chicken. It's delicious and I love it. And I am super cheesy, but I'm still hungry, so I'm gonna finish this. I know it's awkward to watch people eat, but I'm kind of like this prone to awkwardness type of person. And so I'm gonna enjoy it. And if you wanna watch it, you can. Still going strong, see? Loving it. Last piece. I usually like to save my sweet potato or carb for last because I typically don't eat a ton of carbs. It's a little bit on the lower side, but sweet potato is so good to me. Some people really hate it. I love it, but I just put some salt and pepper on it and it's good to me. It's good to go. Okay, so I just finished my food. Gone in my tummy. I feel great. I don't feel hefty. I don't feel heavy. I don't feel anything other than really good, satiated. I feel full-ish. I could probably keep going, but that's just because I'm a big eater. When it comes to the food and what I did, I meal prep. So I like to cook a lot of meat in advance, chicken, or sometimes I'll do fish. But really those are the two that I technically do. Lean meats. I typically like that. You don't have to. Every now and then I do throw in red meats and such. I try to stay away from things like pork, but anyway, I'm gonna stick with what I typically do consistently. And so I'll cook a lot of chicken usually at the beginning of a week, and then I'll have it on hand so that when I have a meal, I just put it on my plate, I put on my veggies or my carb, and I'll throw it in the microwave. That's what a lot of people do. People who typically meal prep are usually those who have meals already set aside. I do that too, but since I have the opportunity to come home and kind of prepare it, I do like sometimes brown rice, quinoa, or like you saw, sweet potato. And so when it comes to measuring food, I usually do, but because I've been doing this now for so long, I actually can know generally the weight and kind of the size of portions that I'm going for. So every now and then I still will, just to make sure that my my habits are still on. But yeah, that's what I do. So as far as doing this, I've been doing this for years, and it's not like something that I don't know. I continue my education. I always look for something or look for information that's usually helpful or comes from credible sources. Mine, for me, has come from experience, from understanding and learning my body and understanding what my body can have and what it doesn't like. Also working with trainers. I've worked with different trainers in the past, and so yeah. I've been on meal plans. I do meal plans now, and so this is what I eat. This is a typical lunch for me. My journey really just started, like I had mentioned before, my journey started actually when I was a teenager, or I'd probably say a little bit before, but what happened was I was some adult, I don't know if it was a parent or somebody else, but it was probably my mom, I don't know, but someone said, you should really consider starting or looking at your health now. I don't know why that stuck with me. I don't know what it was, but it was just a simple like seed that was planted that was like, why don't you look and improve your health now? Because your life and everybody's life is short, and we only have so much time to really take care of our bodies and really just be the best body that we can. So as a kid, I made that decision. It was a conscious decision. I didn't drink a lot of soda growing up, soda pop or whatever you want to call it. I didn't eat a lot of candy. I became more and more, over time, more aware of these types of things and what sugar does and how it affects my body. Don't get me wrong, I still like my sweets and my cheat days, but I've just learned over time what works for my body. And so mine has been a gradual process, but I've been doing it now for more than half my life. So that's where I'm at right now. Just got done eating a fantastic meal. I feel great, I feel happy, and I'm ready to go and continue working. So I hope this has been really helpful and informative for you. This is a learning process for me. It's something that I've been encouraged to do by a lot of friends and people who have asked me a lot of questions as far as what I do to get my daily regimen going and to improve my health and my wellness overall. I'm truly passionate about health and wellness, so if you want to join me along with this journey, I would love it. And I'm just going to continue doing it and putting out more information. If you have questions, feel free to reach out. I'd love to answer anything and do some research or whatever it takes to help make this world a little bit healthier, a little bit more well, and a lot more happier. So thanks for watching.